As we get ready for the holiday shopping season, retailers often ramp up seasonal job opportunities. But this year, analysts expect companies to hire fewer seasonal workers. John Wooden, a senior recruiter with Workforce Solutions Gulf Coast, joins us live this morning to talk more about holiday hiring trends. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. It's
Thank
good to
you
be
so
with
much
you.
for your time. Absolutely. Have you observed any significant changes when it comes to types of seasonal roles employers are offering, looking to hire this year?
I think it's too early to tell, but what we do know is that historically holiday hiring between the months of October and December is one of the most reliable seasonal factors in Texas employment for the retail trade sector.
I know, too, that oftentimes in years past, they have offered these workers some incentives to work during this time period. Is it still too early to know if any incentives will be rolled out?
We don't see anything trending in that direction.
Okay. How is inflation and the cost of living impacting job employers and seekers?
Now, inflation's impacted us for the last 2 years. So most employers have seen their margins diminished, their margins squeezed. Job seekers have seen their negotiating powers diminish. But bottom line is employers still need skilled workers. Job seekers need sustainable jobs, and Workforce Solutions has the capabilities to align the two.
For people looking to pick up some seasonal work, advice to them?
I would say be job ready. And what that means is have a resume. Be prepared to explain any gaps in employment. Be on time. Have a flexible schedule. Ask for the job, and most importantly, send a thank you note.
It can go a long way, right?
Yeah.
Talk to us about the different resources you have for folks. Getting a new job, whether it be a full-time job or a temp job, can be an intimidating process, right? It's not something that many of us have to do all the time. It's a sport, right? Interviewing, and that's a sport. Talk to us about the different resources you have for folks.
Well, we have workintexas.com, so that's offered statewide. But Work in Texas, job seekers can build a resume. They could get job referrals. For job seekers that are receiving unemployment, there's a bucket of up to $6,000 that they can use at any TWC approved training provider.
And, it's what, a few weeks out. It's hard to believe it's almost November. So folks are going to be looking for these jobs, and jobs will be posted in the coming weeks. What are you most proud of during this time of year, being able to help not only these workers looking for that work, but also employers trying to seek those qualified workers?
I mean, that's the value in what we do. Workforce Solutions Gulf Coast is one of the largest workforce development boards in the state of Texas. We work in partnership with the Texas Workforce Commission, but the value add is being able to help get people somewhere different than where they were. We have a lot of people that walk into our centers and they don't have any direction, but being able to help connect them with a good employer, a sustainable job, probably is more rewarding than you can even speak on.
Bettering their lives while also bettering the lives of our community as well.
Yes, exactly. If I can mention something as well, speaking of which, when you're talking about that, so we have a big job fair that's going on at NRG Park. It's called Red, White, and You. That's on Friday, November 1st. I'll be in attendance there. So between 9 and 10 is exclusive for the veterans, but from 10 to 2, all job seekers can attend. But I think it's a great event for anyone wanting to get a good job. Some of the major employers are going to be there: J.P. Morgan Chase, HCC, Baylor College of Medicine.
Yeah, some big hitters. Heavy hitters. What do people need to know in order to prepare for that event? What should they bring with them?
Well, exactly the same things I said. I mean, you have to be realistic about your job expectations or something. I mean, trying to go in and do something different, it's much better to go in with what you already know. Come prepared, have resumes. Most people don't have resumes just yet, but resumes, come dressed to impress. Be realistic about your expectations for that.
And John, for more information, where can folks go?
For more information, they can go to WRKSolutions.com.
Awesome. John Wooden, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good to be with you.
We do appreciate it.